Hey guys, it's Z or Zachary Jeffries. I'm a self-published author, and in like 2 years, I've grown what was a hobby into like a small business. Now I've been storytelling and writing like my whole life. I'm a theater kid, so I've been a playwright and I've produced a lot of theater. I've written some poetry. I've written lots of bad poetry, tons of short stories, a couple of screenplays, movie treatments, some really bad pilots for like TV shows. And then in 2016, something happened nationwide in America that made me and a lot of other white people who vote Democrat feel helpless for the first time in our lives. So as a coping mechanism, as a way of regaining control in my life, I really dove into writing. Before then, I kind of thought of novelists as old white men who had already experienced life, or people who were kind of always on this track to be novelists from maybe journalism. Basically all the BS that I learned about Ernest Hemingway. The plan had always been for me to keep up with my writing enough that when I turned like 55 or 60, that I would still have the writing skills and I could start writing novels. Well, the old mental health needed some help then, so that's when I started writing. I started writing seriously, trying to get out a novel in 2016. I did NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month, and it failed. But I kept writing, and the next year, 2017, I finished my first novel. It was bad. I edited it into the ground. I revised it until it was nonsense. And then I wrote my second novel, and that was better. That novel was Chase the Boy Who Hid, a middle grade sci-fi adventure. I knew I wanted it to be a series, so I kept writing the series before I started releasing it. I also wrote a novella about a Viking killing people. It was actually pretty good. In early 2020, I released that novella, and I used that as a way of learning about self-publishing. I made a lot of mistakes. Like the cover of that novel is actually like a weapon from a video game, and I probably could have gotten sued for that. But again, I learned a ton, and then I released Chase the Boy Who Hid. I had already banked 3 more books in that series, so then I rapid released those from the end of 2020 through like spring 2021. And the sales for those were not good. But again, I learned. With that series, the Hide and Seek Chronicles, I really focused on learning marketing while I was still writing and banking more books. I released another middle grade sci-fi under that pen name Z Jeffries, then I launched another pen name Zachary Jeffries, and I started doing in-person events. And now we're cooking. I have 5 books out as Z Jeffries. Hide and Seek Chronicles book is coming out this next year, and I'm about to release my second as Zachary Jeffries.